Henry David Thoreau said, "It is preoccupation with possessions, more than anything else, that prevents us from living freely and nobly." In the Yoga Sutras, they talk about Aparigraha. It's non-attachment and non-hoarding. The simplest way to think of this concept is to think of hanging on to material items, trinkets and things that have no value to us, except we want to hang on to them. We're no longer using them, but we still want to keep them. But this aparigraha, or non-attachment, can refer to things far beyond material possessions. It might be attachment to our profession, attachment to something we're doing. I might be a stay-at-home mom, or I'm a teacher, or something else, and there's attachment to that title. And then when we're no longer doing that, maybe we retire from teaching, or our kids grow up, and we're no longer parenting on a day-to-day basis, we still hang on to that. And aparigraha is about following the ebb and flow of life, letting go as need be, as things change, accepting the changes and accepting that life is ever changing. And I love to practice this concept right on the mat. So practice without any attachment to maybe our favorite poses, or there's a pose that we feel we can't do as well. Practice without any attachment as we move through this practice. Bring your hands to your side. As you inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhaling, turn your palms out and let your arms lower. Inhale, lift. Exhaling, letting go, letting your arms lower. One more time, reaching your arms up. Exhale, let your left arm lower to the mat. Let your right arm come over, but press that right sit bone deep into the mat. Think right shoulder back. Lower your right hand. Turn your left palm out. Inhaling, left arm up and over. And exhale, lower that hand. Uncross your legs and come onto your knees facing the side of your mat. Just walk over a little to the left side to straighten your right leg. Keep that right foot flat on the mat. Place your left hand on the mat beside your left knee and reach your right arm up. Just stretch your right arm up. Option to turn your right palm forward, reaching that arm up over your head. An option to lift that right leg, flexing that foot. Or you can keep your right arm straight up. And lower your right hand and foot. Come back to a kneeling position. Turn your left palm out. Inhaling, reach your left arm up and over, letting your right hand slide down your right leg. Think left shoulder back. Lower that hand and place the right knee on the mat and just walk over a little towards the other side. Straighten your left leg, left foot on the mat. Left hand rests on left thigh. Turn your right palm out. Inhaling, reach your right arm up and over, letting your left hand slide down your left leg. Think right shoulder back. Lower your right hand and place your right hand on the mat, left arm up. Option to lift the left leg, flex that foot. Or turn your left palm forward, reaching that arm up over your head. Any version that makes sense for your body today. Letting go of what it should or shouldn't be. Just doing your best. Now lower your left hand and knee to the mat. Coming to tabletop. Straighten your right leg out behind you, right heel lifted. Lower that right hip so it's level with your left. Engage your core to support your spine. Option to extend your left arm forward. Breathe here. As you exhale, round your back and bring your elbow and knee to touch. Inhaling, straighten the arm and leg. Exhale, bring them to touch. Exhale, straighten. One more time, bring them together. Pause here. And lower that hand and knee to the mat. Now straighten your left leg. Toes pointed towards the mat. Left heel same height as left hip. Lower that left hip so it's level with your right. Option to extend the right arm forward. As you exhale, round your back, bring your elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bring them together. And straighten. Bring them together and touch. Hold here. And lower your hand and knee to the mat. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the mat and walk your feet forward to your hands. Bend your knees as much as you need to straighten your spine. Maybe today your forearms stay on your thighs. Or maybe your hands dangle, maybe they reach the mat. We're all a little different. Maybe play with straightening one leg. Maybe the other, perhaps both. Inhaling, come halfway up. Breathe here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Inhaling, lift. Soft knees, spine straight. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, come halfway up. Nice strong core. As you exhale, fold forward. Place both hands on the mat, spread your fingers wide. Lower one knee to the mat and then the other. And walk your knees back so that they're behind your hips. So your knees are just further back. And now bring your shoulders forward so they're over your wrists. Elbows are strong, but they're soft, but arms are strong. Keeping your elbows close to your rib cage, keep your spine fairly straight, slowly lower down to the mat. Place the tops of the feet on the mat. Hands are just light on the mat, look straight ahead. Send your chest forward and up. Lower your shoulders away from your ears, pressing the tops of your feet into your mat. Now press your hands into the mat. Lift up. Keep a straight line between your shoulders, hips, and knees. Pause here in plank pose. You can tuck your toes. This is plank pose with the knees on the mat. If you wish to challenge yourself with your toes tucked, you can lift your knees off the mat. A little stronger core engagement. Either way, without attachment to what you think it should be. Just try your best. And now, keep your elbows close to your rib cage and slowly lower down to the mat. Keep the tops of the feet on the mat. Look forward and up. Open your chest forward, shoulders back. And lower down, pressing your hands into the mat. Tuck your toes. Press your knees into the mat and lift back up through plank pose. Or lift your knees up off the mat. If your knees are lifted, lower your knees. Bring your hips back. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the mat and walk your feet forward. As you exhale, fold. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and come to a seated position. Straighten your right leg out to the side and bring the sole of the left foot to your right inner thigh. Turn to the left to face your bent knee. Place your left hand on the mat behind you. Roll onto the left knee. Let the hips lift up and reach your right arm up. Now lower your hips back down. Lower that right hand. Turn to the right to face your straight leg. Place your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, send your chest forward towards your right foot. You might walk your hands forward. Or maybe today this is better to keep your hands on the mat behind you. See? Go as far as you can. Without attachment to what you think the pose should be. Make the pose support your practice, your body today. Be here for a few more breaths. With every exhale, invite your body to soften, release a little bit more, to go deeper into the pose. Slowly come on back up. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open wide away from you. If you're using blocks, you can sit on a block if that's more comfortable. You can also place your hands on the mat behind you, or with your hands, push the mat away from you to send your chest forward, maybe grabbing your feet. Just think of letting go, softening a little deeper. And slowly come on up. And now straighten your left leg. Bring the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Reach your right hand on the mat behind your right hip. Roll onto your right knee and lift the left arm up. Just letting that left side stretch. And then lower your hips back down. Lower that hand. Turn to the left to face your straight leg. Maybe on this side you start with your hands on the mat behind you. Or reach your right arm and place it to the outside of your left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, send your chest forward. With every exhale, invite your body to release and let go, going a little deeper with every breath. Just breathe here. And one more breath. Walk your hands back up. Come to a seated position. Reach your arms out to the side, palms out. Inhaling, lift your arms up over your head. Exhaling, let your arms lower. One more time. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, release. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.